sleepless nights since the breakup, that crushing end of the world feeling, tired of just being sad, feeling empty? Are you ready to finally move on and reclaim your joy? Because deep down, you probably already know that healing isn't just about waiting for time to pass. It's truly about making the right decisions every single day, guided by the right strategies. Welcome to the Unbeatable Heart podcast. I'm your host, Banuel Dogaiman. Like so many of you listening, I've walked through the absolute fire of a painful breakup. It's a feeling I wouldn't wish on anyone, and it's what led me to dedicate myself to understanding the path to true, lasting healing for years, drawing from my studies in NLP and countless hours researching and applying heart healing methodologies. I've been figuring out what truly works. It's knowledge I share daily with our incredible community of over 50,000 people in our Facebook support group. I started this journey because I genuinely believe that everyone, and I mean everyone, deserves to heal. This isn't just about getting over your ex. It's about building a life you absolutely love, a life where your own happiness comes first. This podcast is dedicated to helping you do just that. Heal your broken heart while actively rebuilding your self-esteem and rediscovering your worth. So, who's this podcast actually for? It's for you if you're going through a tough breakup or divorce right now. If you're looking for real support, some solid advice from someone who gets it, and most importantly, actual steps you can take to start healing and really move on, you're in the right place. Today we're talking about the mental movie theater that can open in our minds after a breakup. It's the one that only plays reruns of the past, often with you as the editor, desperately trying to change the ending. You find yourself trapped in your own mind, watching the same scenes over and over. What if I had said this instead? If only I had noticed that sooner. Why did I do that? What if I just called them right now? Maybe this was all a mistake. Each question is a different edit, a different attempt to recut the film, to create a happier ending. You become the director, the writer, and the heartbroken audience all at once. This cycle is more than just thinking, it's exhausting. It drains your energy, steals your focus, and can feel like you're trapped in a maze with no exit. If this is you, if you're stuck in this loop, please know you're not alone in this struggle. This is one of the most common and painful parts of healing a broken heart. I know this feeling of being lost so well. For me, almost every dream I had, every goal I set for my future, had her in it. We were going to build things together, see things together, celebrate milestones together. The future wasn't just my own. It was a shared project we were building. So, when we broke up, it wasn't just the relationship that ended. It felt like my entire future just crumbled into dust. The blueprint was gone. I remember looking at my professional goals, my personal ambitions, and they all felt hollow, pointless. The color drained out of them. What's the point of achieving this if she's not there to see it? I'd ask myself. Who am I even doing this for? For a while, I felt completely stuck, like I was in quicksand with no direction and no motivation. But I knew deep down that I couldn't stay there. I had to make a decision, not just once, but every single morning. I had to do it for myself, for the version of me that I knew still existed underneath all the pain. I knew I had to lift myself up and move on. And so, step by step, I started to build my own dreams again. It started small. It wasn't about finding a new grand vision for my life. It was about finding my own why again. It was about asking, what does I want? And at first, I had no answer. But slowly, I started to find it in the little things. The satisfaction of finishing a workout, the focus of working on a project, the peace of a quiet walk. Those became the new bricks I used to build my foundation. It's important to understand why our brains love to get stuck on what if. It's not a flaw in your character. It's your brain trying to protect you in a strange, unhelpful way. Often, it's about an illusion of control. Replaying the past is our mind's attempt to gain control over a situation where we felt powerless. If we can fix it in our imagination, we get a fleeting, false sense of security. Other times, it's about avoiding the present pain. Ruminating on the past, even a painful past, can feel more familiar and therefore safer than facing the scary, unknown emptiness of right now. The past is a known quantity. The present and future are not. So our brain retreats to what it knows, even if what it knows is a cycle of hurt. But you cannot heal in the past. Healing is not an intellectual exercise of figuring out what went wrong. It's an emotional and spiritual process of accepting what is, and that can only happen now. Your power is not in rewriting history, but in writing today's page. So, what can you do when your mind is stuck in that loop? The answer isn't a simple trick. It's about facing a few hard truths with courage and compassion for yourself. And the first one is this: you cannot change the past. You can replay it a million times in your mind. You can analyze every word, every look, every silence, and the outcome will always be the same. Every minute you spend re-editing a chapter that is already written is a minute you are stealing from the chapter you are writing today. It's energy that you are pouring into a bottomless drain, energy you need for your own healing. The second hard truth is that your ex is not in your life anymore in the same way. The life you had with them is over. The person you are replaying memories with in your head might not even be the real person anymore. Often, it's an idealized version, a ghost made of only the good memories, holding on to the ghost of that life, hoping it will somehow come back. Is like standing at a train station, waiting for a train that has already left. It's gone. And as hard as that is to hear, as much as that might make your chest ache, accepting it is the first step toward your own freedom. You have to let the ghost go to make room for your own spirit to thrive. Because here is the real danger, the one that should serve as your wake-up call. If you stay stuck in the past, you don't just lose your past, you actively harm your present and your future. Trying to live in what was makes you miss out on what is. It's like trying to drive a car forward while staring only in the rearview mirror. You aren't just standing still, you are setting yourself up for a crash. You will be at dinner with friends, but you won't hear the conversation because you're replaying an old argument in your head. A new opportunity might present itself, but you won't see it because your eyes are fixated on a closed door. You will miss the moments of peace and laughter that are available to you today. So there is only one way forward, and that is to move on. It's not just a suggestion, it's a necessity for your well-being. It is the only path, the only way to heal, the only way to build a life that you love again is to turn your focus away from the closed door behind you and toward the open road in front of you. That road leads back to you. It's about focusing on yourself, on your healing, on what you need today, and on the future that you get to build brick by brick. So, your invitation for this week is to make a conscious decision. This isn't a passive wish, it's an active choice you make for yourself. At some point in the next few days, I want you to find a quiet moment. Stand in front of a mirror if you can. Look yourself in the eye and say this out loud. I cannot change the past. From this moment on, I will focus on my present and my future. Saying it out loud is important. It makes the intention real. It sends a message from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind that the rules are changing. Then, after you've made that commitment, take out a piece of paper or open the Notes app on your phone and write down one thing, just one, you can do this week that is purely about moving forward. It could be small, like listening to a new podcast series that has nothing to do with relationships or trying a new recipe for dinner. It could be bigger, like looking up that online class you've been curious about. The action itself is less important than what it represents, a single, deliberate step away from the past and towards your new life. It's proof to yourself that you are honoring your new commitment. Your mental energy is a precious, finite resource. Every ounce of it you spend on the past is an ounce you can use to build your future. The act of breaking this cycle is not a chore. It is an act of reclaiming your power, your peace, and your life. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. Your life, the one that is full of new possibilities and potential, is waiting for you right here in the present. So, we reach to the end of another episode. As you already know, healing is a journey, and it's so much more powerful when we walk it together. If you're looking for a private, supportive space to connect with others who truly get what you're going through, to share your wins and your struggles, and to get ongoing encouragement from a community that genuinely cares, then I'd love for you to join our incredible Facebook group. You can find the direct link to join us right there in the episode description of this podcast. Just tap on that and you're in. And of course, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our upcoming episodes. Remember, you are so much stronger than you think, and your brightest days are ahead. Until next time, keep healing, keep growing,